Now, Cameroonian bishops have increasingly added their voices to those calling for political change in the country as it heads into an election countdown year. Paul Biya is 91, is the world's oldest leader and one of its longest-serving presidents, as he's held the post for 42 years. Now, he's still not formally declared his candidacy for October's polls, but some religious leaders have already spoken up, saying that an eighth term would be against the country's interests. Indira Ayuk talks us through.
Several bishops of the Roman Catholic Church in Cameroon have spoken up over the past couple of days about the political and social atmosphere that reigns in Cameroon 10 months to the presidential elections scheduled to hold in October 2025. It all started with the Archbishop of the Douala Archdiocese, Monsignor Samuel Kleda, whom, while speaking to Radio France International on the 25th of December 2024, said it was unrealistic for 92-year-old President Paul Biya to stand as the candidate at this year's presidential elections. Now, this was followed by the Bishop of Yagwa and the Bishop of Gaundere, who both denounced the suffering of Cameroonians and government's lack of attention to the grievances raised by Cameroonians over the past couple of years. By this, they were talking about the 8-year-old Anglophone crisis as well as the high cost of living in the country. Now, the utterances of the bishops were supported by Professor Abba Oyono, who is a constitutional law lecturer at the University of Yaoundé too.
The
president's entourage should let him rest after he served the country with everything he had. He's been in power for 42 years, and when we evaluate his time in office, you will agree with me that it's been negative. Cameroon needs new energy.
Some members of the ruling CPDM party have denounced the outing of the bishops, saying it is an abuse of the freedom of expression which exists in Cameroon. Meantime, the Ministry of Communication, in a release on Tuesday, has qualified the utterances of the bishops as misleading and a misinterpretation of the words of President Paul Biya during his end-of-year address to the nation on the 31st of December 2024. It is worth stating here that 92-year-old President Paul Biya, who has been in power for 42 years, has not officially stated his intentions to represent his party as a candidate for the presidential elections come October 2025.